Greetings, gods and goddesses in training. Welcome back to the channel. It is Uncle Makura, all relations. Just came back from the gym. Thought I'd shoot a quick video before I head to work. I think this is a very, very important topic in terms of how you can connect more directly with your spirit guides. And I'm speaking more so from the Hindu context because being back in India, I'm starting to notice all these different intelligences and energies kind of walk through me. And I bought this new book, exploring the mythical creatures here and so forth. And there's been a lot of overlaps between kind of my research, and I wanted to share it with you guys, okay? The first epiphany that I realized, your mind has an ability to create spiritual reality once it's convinced. So everything comes down to how well you can convince your mind that you are held, that you are safe, and that you are loved. So identity is reality once the nervous system believes it. So in a certain way, your devata. Now I know we can go with the Ishtadeva and so forth, and there's like Jyotish calculations that you can do in terms of who is your main family deity and so forth. But according to me, the deity or the deva is the archetype that covers your deepest lack. The thing that you lack the most, the biggest weakness, is where this being will step in to assist you. So choose the being that fills your specific wound. The archetype that heals the lack collapses Maya. And this is exactly the elixir archetype model for this month. Okay, Nectar November. So people don't need objectively the highest archetype. They need the correct archetype for their specific psychic rupture. So if you reflect back towards one of your main core wounds, like your core traumas, and you look towards certain beings that are going to assist you in healing that main core wound, that's what I would first of all align with and double down on this month. The heart chakra is very interesting because it can turn power into non-selfishness, okay? And it can actually give selflessness to the other chakras as well, right? Our lower chakras are more so selfish, upper chakras is selfless, right? So this is like the bridge. The heart chakra then becomes the bridge and very protective to not pull in other intelligences, right? And then if we go down into the Manipura, we start to understand like someone like Ravana, right, had the Ashtasiddhis, just like how Hanuman also had his solar plexus with the Ashtasiddhis, right? So we're sensing that you could go dark or you could go light and still have the powers, but start to understand that you can go and seek these magical powers to do it in a dark way. But I think we found that almost like being the Grey Jedi, right? Using the electricity blasts of the Sith and then being able to still kind of remain neutral, right? And not be caught up in the Jedi Council bureaucracy and stuff, right? So without love, power becomes ego demonstration or Ravana. With love, power becomes devotion and service, okay? Then your Ichcha Shakti, your willpower, starts to rise. Okay, that's Hanuman. Shout out Hanuman, okay? Primal Sutra is taking the siddhis of the Manipura and then making them serve our individual soul mission. And at the same time, it becomes kind of not an ego demonstration, but more so an ego facilitation because it's still character work and the ego is the interface, unfortunately. Like, you're gonna have to still have one. It's like a lot of people, you know, they go into these psychedelic worlds and they take way too much. They take heroic doses and they go completely off the deep end by not even realizing that they can get an ego death from a very low dose or even just nothing at all, right? It's the intention that's most important. So once I brought this journey back to intentionality, I started to notice that this is way more powerful than just going about this in some way where it's like, you know, oh, let's try this way to, break the ego. But one of the secrets I realized is, yes, we need archetypes, and we do need them to help us support our journey. But after a while, you kind of have to dissolve the archetype. So use your God form to cross the river, but not to burn the boat. Brahman is like a 0-point neutral baseline. You can think of it as the vibrationless state, right? So that is pre-conscious mind, that is primal sutra, that is what remains, okay? And apparently some animals, like birds, I think, have this connection to this precognitive abilities to tap into this vibrationless state, which is very interesting, right? So no identity, no seeking, no lacking, no thoughts. All archetypes are spring-loaded projections from a lack of love, okay? So this is why understanding that if you're really focusing on that love and that connection within all of your inner energy centers, you're not going to feel that loneliness, because you're going to connect with these deities. And these beings, once you get into the higher, so these beings only kind of read your upper chakras, like your third eye and so forth. So they don't really pay attention too much to the lower chakras, but they can help and assist. I have noticed that they can assist in terms of these types of things, but they much more prefer to communicate with you with your higher chakras, okay? And according to Hinduism, there's like 4 ways back to source, right? There's the path of devotion or love, bhakti. There's gyan or self-inquiry. There's karma yoga, righteous action without attachment. And there's raja yoga, which is mantra with an energetic practice, right? So these beads, I can chant them 108 times to do a sadhana, right? It's kind of like charging an amulet or something like that, right? Before going out. So I do this before heading out to the gym. And then once I'm in the gym, it charges with that masculine kind of yang energy, right? And then I can wear it at work. And it's actually fusing me and helping me, maintain my energy. Just like wearing an EMF thing, right? In a big city is very good, because it's going to help you not feel so chaotic and frazzled and your hands shaking all the time, right? Because you're understanding that you have to protect your own Schumann resonance and your own frequency, right? You have to connect with the earth. If you're in a big city, you're not going to get much of that, right? So get one of those EMF things, right? Those little necklaces. It's very powerful. And I'm not saying like, this is the one-stop shop for everything. No, it's not going to solve everything, but it is going to give you certain leverage, okay? So you return to source by satisfying the original lack, not by escaping the world. This was a big lesson for me, because I just used to escape the world, right? I'm just go into my daydreams, go into my fantasy, go into my spirituality. But now as I go into these realms, I'm not pulling anything back, right? There's no elixir to bring back into the modern era. It's like if I go and see some floaty Anunnaki visualization in some astral projection sometime, and I don't use it in my actual life, right? I don't weave it into my waking existence, in my waking life, then what's the point anyway, right? Okay, it was just some entertainment in the astral realms then, right? It wasn't actual soul mission work, like soul retrieval or like some kind of epic thing where you're getting dream merit. It's just some bogus, right? Okay, cool, right? I got shot out of a cannon and like went to the Pleiades. Okay, great. What are you going to do with that information, right? Because when the nervous system is truly satisfied, you stop dreaming. And this is literally the core of Primal Sutra. If you understand this, this will really help you and shape your mentality today. So for me, the journey back to source has been very interesting. There's a part of me that really loves the Murugan Mars energy, because he's the son of Shiva, right? So that Kartikeya line speaks to me very directly, and it also relates to the Bhairava essence too of Shiva, like the fierce quality of Shiva, right? And I also love the masculine principle and that potentiality of just holding the witness, consciousness, but at the same time I understand that it's almost like Shiva's wielding the Shakti, right? Wielding that animation, because he is the animator, right, in a sense. So if you do something for your body, mind, heart, and nervous system, you're tapping into karma, bhakti, jnana, and raja, right? And then if you make it social, not performative, it's even better. Share wins and lessons. Pick one real world group to support, and so forth. Keep it unspectacular and consistent, right? Don't try to posture yourself as, oh, I'm giving to charity and stuff like this. It's not gonna pan out well. But if you are just giving from your heart and you understand this is a cause and I'm very giving, I want to contribute something, that's good. Commitments over aesthetics, right? Also choose one archetype and then you have to learn to outgrow it. Okay, so these are it's like a training wheel, right? It's training you enough until you can get back into love and then self-love. And then you don't need any archetypes because you're already flowing with all of them, right? Like Padmasambhava back there, right? He's like the main masculine archetypes all in one, right? So then you can emanate as that. No exotic vocabulary in public until you can explain it very simply to a 12-year-old, right? Through this 9-day challenge, something Jay Kaizen said, which is quite potent. I think Thor also said it. Thor said it first and then Jay. Simplicity is the highest form of sophistication, right? So a lot of spiritual people, they like to overcomplicate things, right? Kind of explain things in these very like heady, academic, dense ways without actually getting to the core of it, the root of it, the essence of it. What is the essence of this teaching, right? And then you'll notice like community signals from your tribe, right? Hey, I feel safe around you. Hey, I really started to appreciate that you kept your word, bro. Hey, I noticed that you're calmer under pressure. That source leaking through the seams, actually. So stop trying to look holy and be useful, okay? Return to your breath, then return to your people. Don't be this lone wolf archetype. When it's heavy, carry it. When it's messy, clean it. It isn't hiding in your outfit, okay? It's hiding in your next promise that you give yourself. So what are you doubling down on now, today, that will start to bring in these beings, right? If you're a fan of Hanuman, why not swing around one of these, right? I mean, these are just ideas, guys, but it's just, you gotta find a way to tap in to your very specific archetype and understand that this is helping me reconnect back to my love. And once I'm there at that love frequency, which is basically the definition is that you do it, like when you love someone, you take care of them first, right? Before you look after yourself even. There's a selflessness involved. It's almost like a unification or a unity. All right, this is where the video cut off, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. May the flow be with you. Stay legendary. Upward spiral gang to infinity and beyond. Let's go.